can't be back here. This area is for medical staff only.
I am medical staff.
I need to see some identification.
You need to see my ID to believe I work here?
Yes, like everyone does.
Interesting. I've watched you let 4 people pass through this hallway in the last 2 minutes. None of them were wearing visible ID badges. You didn't stop any of them.
At exactly 6:15 a.m. on a Wednesday morning at St. Catherine's Medical Center in Baltimore, a security guard named Blake Mercer made the worst decision of his professional life. He stopped a black woman in scrubs and demanded to see her identification. What he didn't know was that the woman in front of him wasn't just a doctor. She was Dr. Alicia Hammond, chief medical officer, board member, and the person who literally signed his paychecks. The security camera footage would be reviewed by the hospital board, employment attorneys, and eventually become required viewing for every security company operating in medical facilities across 3 states. In 12 minutes, Blake's career would be over. In 6 months, the hospital would pay $850,000 to settle a discrimination lawsuit. And in 1 year, security protocols at 17 hospitals would be completely rewritten because of what was about to happen. But in that moment, standing in the corridor near the ICU entrance, Blake had no idea. He just knew he didn't like the attitude of this woman who was questioning his authority. He was about to learn that some people have attitudes because they're tired of being treated like criminals in their own workplace. Before we continue, I need you to do something. Drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from. And please, hit that subscribe button right now. This story gets absolutely wild, and you're going to want to see how it ends. Dr. Alicia Hammond was not your average 44-year-old doctor. While most physicians her age were focused on their specialty practice or maybe climbing to department head, Alicia was running an entire hospital's medical operations. But here's what made her truly exceptional. She wasn't just a talented administrator who worked her way up. Alicia was a Harvard-trained cardiothoracic surgeon who had performed over 3,000 open heart surgeries before moving into hospital leadership. She held 2 master's degrees, one in public health and one in business administration. She had been published in the New England Journal of Medicine 17 times. Her research on reducing surgical complications in minority patients had changed protocols at hospitals nationwide. As chief medical officer, Alicia oversaw every clinical department, every medical decision, every doctor, nurse, and medical staff member in a hospital that treated over 150,000 patients per year. She was responsible for a medical staff of 800 physicians and a clinical budget of $340 million. The hospital board reported to her on medical matters. The CEO consulted her on strategic decisions. She was, by any measure, one of the most powerful people in that building. She was also one of only 12 black female chief medical officers at major hospitals in the entire United States. And she had spent her entire career dealing with people who assumed she was in the wrong place. On this particular Wednesday, Alicia had been at the hospital since 4:30 a.m. There had been a multi-vehicle accident on Interstate 95. 7 trauma patients had come in simultaneously. Alicia had been in the trauma